So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And in this video, I want to talk about how to embody big energy. So in my last video, I talked about big energy. And so in this video, I want to talk about the importance of embodying that energy and how do we do that. So if you're interested in a video like that, please keep watching. So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I want to talk about how to embody certain energy to manifest, because that's really what manifesting is. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this in the first place is that, oftentimes when it comes to spirituality and manifesting and things like that, especially if you follow the teachings of Neville Goddard and the imagination and the power of the subconscious mind and all that kind of stuff, then you realize that as in heaven, so below, or something the saying like that. And so in our imagination, we create our reality, our thoughts create our reality. But sometimes what I've seen, and even in my own life, is that sometimes we live in our imagination, we live in our heads, we live in the thoughts, we live somewhere else, and we're not bringing it down into our body and experiencing it as a human being. Yeah, I said it. Like experiencing it as a human being. Now, I'm very into spirituality. Like my spiritual side of me is like very immense. Like it's very important to me, and I can go deep. But what I've learned is that I have to integrate that side of me in my humanness and my everyday life. That's important, because sometimes when we especially, have a spiritual awakening, or we start down this road of manifesting, or intentional manifesting, and we start learning about these spiritual laws and stuff like that, it's amazing. It's great. It's like, oh my gosh, I create my reality and all of these things, and then we just kind of live there. We live in the ethers instead of like living in reality, like our 3D reality, and bringing it down and actually experiencing and having a human experience. Now, there's a saying of you're a spiritual being having a human experience. Yes, but you gotta have the human experience. That's important. And I promise I'm going to do a life update. It just wasn't coming through me today. But that's kind of what I learned this past year in my life update, is that I intended certain things for my life and then they showed up. And I had to embody that and have the human experience of having that manifestation. Because sometimes like we can call things into our experience, we can embody a certain energetic state long enough to call something into our experience, and then when it's like in our 3D, it's in our reality, we lose it. We forget that we are here to have a human experience. And my memory is running off on my phone, so I only have 4 minutes. Let's see if I can wrap it up in that time. But it's so important. So when we intend for our life, when we intentionally manifest, we create it in ethers. We go into our imagination. We go into the ethers as in heaven. And the ethers, it will be manifested in our reality as below. That's the below part. And so we have to come down from the ethers. We have to come out of our imagination and actually experience it and show up for it. And this is the acting as if, acting as if. And I know some people are like, don't understand. Oh, that's not don't understand that, like acting as if, but that's the acting as if. That's embodying the energy. Now, let's say in my life, my life looks completely different, right? And one of the things that I've manifested is my partner, and So I did all this work. I went into my imagination. I did a lot of self concept work. And, I was feeling myself. I was like, girlfriend, this is going to be amazing. Yes, yes, it's going to be amazing. And then it showed up, right? And then I was like, at first it was good. At first it was good. And then that confidence, that energetic state that I had embodied, that called it into my experience, shifted. It shifted into insecurity. I started looking for things. I started creating stories in my head, which was not in alignment with that manifestation. Okay. And that's when and then, I'm, I was lucky enough to really realize what was going on because I've gotten to a point where I'm pretty aware that what's going on. So like I think that okay, this is showing up in my life and there's something within me that's creating this. And I realized that it was a lot of like confidence issues, self-esteem, um, insecurities, things coming up within me, shifting me out of that state that manifested that thing in the first place. And I had to get back to that. I had to get back on track. I had to shift my thoughts from these insecure thoughts. I had to shift it into confident thoughts, amazing, beautiful thoughts, thoughts that brought it into my experience in the first place, and this is where we have to we create things in the ethers, we create things in our imaginations, but we got to bring it down. So when I manifested that, I had certain thoughts. I was living in the end, as they say. I was living a certain way. I was experiencing and feeling a certain way in that imagination. So I brought it into my experience. And I was doing that in real life. But once it was in front of me, I still had to embody that deeply within me. I had to embody those feelings. I had to embody that experience. So it's like you created in the ethers, you're created in your imagination, which you're not really creating, in my opinion. You're selecting. Okay, that I know that's, some people, it's all semantics, it's all wording, right? So you're selecting that experience, but you gotta embody it. You gotta bring it down and know that it's you and act as if and be that person. Be the person. So we select it, we bring it down into our body, and we be it. We be it. We can't, it's not enough to just like select it and like, oh, it's feeling good. And even when you're imagining or you're scripting or whatever the technique you're using to manifest it, and that in that situation, and then it shows up, you still got to embody it. That energetic state that you're selecting, you got to bring it down into your body and keep it there. So the thoughts you're having, the feelings you're having, whatever it is. Now I made a video on the 4 stages of manifestation. And this is pretty much the 4 stages of manifestation. I'm just saying it in a different way. You really got to embody it, because those thoughts that you were having, and when you select that experience that you're wanting to experience, those thoughts that you were having there, you got to start having those thoughts now in the present now. So I'm saying it in a different way, but it's so important because through my own experience and seeing it as well, is that you got to show up for it. You got to always embody that energetic state. And now we're shifting states all the time. And so that's why it's important to really cultivate that within you to keep that energetic state. I hope that makes sense. So I hope that made sense, you guys. It's really, really, truly important, that energetic, embodying it, bringing it down from the ethers into your body to experience it on this earth, in your 3D, in your reality. That's important. We're having a human experience. And so We don't want to just stay in our imagination and then like never experience it in our humanness. We want to bring it down into our bodies and feel it in our bodies and actually have the human experience of it. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, you guys, that's all for this video. I just wanted to share that really quick. I had a list of things that I wanted to talk about, and that one was the one that really wanted to come through today. So I hope it made sense, because it is so important. It's imperative when it comes to creating your reality. It's imperative when it comes to manifesting, is embodying that state. And I think the basis of it all, the basis of everything is love. So what you're really doing, this confidence that you're building, this like big energy, all of this stuff is loving yourself and knowing that you're worthy of everything. It all comes down to love. It comes to loving yourself and loving others and demonstrating love, everything. And so that's all for this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. I like to talk about spirituality, manifesting, parallel realities, leveling up, feminine energy. I think I'm going to do my next video on feminine energy and how to still embody feminine energy as a single mom, which I haven't seen a lot on, and it's totally possible because I see things on the fact that you can't be in your feminine and be a single mom. That's not true. It's not true. It all boils down to your beliefs anyway. So anyways, that's all for this video. I will check you guys in the next video. Peace.